Sadantikam. Deham Shri Guru Shri Utapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagra Jatam Sahagana Raghunatam Anvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishaka Anvitamscha हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशातारिणे मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम्। Hare Krishna. Okay. So I am clear and audible, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Okay. So like I was saying that so this group is been active for quite some time and everybody is chanting nicely regularly. So this Japa talk also helps us keep that enthusiasm going. But it's always a constant struggle, right? And if we are struggling, that is good. So struggle is the key. We need to keep moving. And one thing as part of the struggle is also that as a speaker and as a listener, so as a speaker one would think that what do I speak. We've been hearing, we've been talking about the glories of holy name. So what new can we bring in? As a listener also we want to hear that what is new that I'm going to hear today. So that's also like mind that is challenging us, is playing games with us. The key is what? Key is repetition. We have to just repeat what we've heard. And Japa is the primary example of repetition. It's the Hare Krishna Mahamantra that we have to just keep on repeating continuously. And in today's world, if you see, especially in the IT world, anything that is repeated ends up being automated. It's all automation. So we see that that's what Lord's plan is too. That if we keep endeavoring with repetition, then the love of Godhead, the love of the holy name, the knowledge of ourself, of the Supreme, that automatically manifests. So we see from this verse, Atah Shri Krishna Namadi Na Bhaved Grahyam Indriya Sevan Mukhe Hi Jivadav Swayam Iva Sruti Yada. So through our own material senses, our own endeavors, we cannot understand. Now, if we just are engaged in seva, and especially if we engage our tongue, then it automatically manifests. So the automation is there. Lord has already put everything in place. And that love of Godhead is there in all of us. Just it's that it's dormant. See also Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema, Sadhya Kabunaya, Shravanadi Shuddha Chitte Karaya Udaya. So love is there in all of us, but we don't realize that, it is dormant. So once the heart is purified, cleansed, by continuously chanting the holy name, by this repetition, then it automatically springs up. It's not that we are generating that love out of our own endeavor. It comes automatically. That's the power of the holy name. The key is our endeavor, our struggle. We have to keep on, moving. But still, when we keep doing this day in day out, we still don't have that taste. It will take time. Like we see that automation is there, but it doesn't happen day one. It's like based on our past karma. So depending upon how much of conditioning we've had, it's going to take that much time to cleanse our heart. But the key thing of chanting is what? To control the mind. Yeah? So mind is very powerful. So until that is in control, we don't experience the bliss. So does that mean that we are not experiencing? So this is not good. No, no. We saw that it comes up, but the example of like eating healthy food. So especially kids, we all experience that. Kids don't like certain types of healthy food preparations that are made at home. So if they don't eat, they will not get those nutrition. So as parents, what do? We force them, that you have to eat this. And sometimes, not even force out of love also. If we just feed our children, then the very thing that they don't like, they start liking it. They say, wow, it is so tasty. Why was I not even having it? So it is just some, notion, the mind that stops us from, partaking to that. And Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur also says that we should always remember that we are constantly in association with the non-devotee. And who is that non-devotee with whom we are constantly associating? That is our mind. Hmm. So mind is very powerful, and as we see Bhagavad Gita, that it is our greatest friend or our greatest enemy. So depends on how who's in control. So chanting, depends upon that state we experience. So it's like through this example, like Krishna says, anything that is appears like poison in the beginning, but nectar at the end. That is a good thing to do. So it helps purifies us and establishes us in mode of goodness, and from there we can transcend. So when all these things are there, when we experience such difficulty, that means what? That mind is in control, and we are still at the bodily platform. So we have so many examples to understand this. In Bhagavatam, we see this Avanti Brahmana example. Like how he learns about the power of mind. He was a wealthy person, but he was like greedy, kripana, conjuice, not spending money and all. And because of that, he developed some strain in his relations with his family, friends, and everyone around. And then they also started, the relationship started becoming sore, and they started rebuking him, and he started having very tough time. And then he eventually left the family and went out, and he decided to take up a renunciation. And then when he was moving around, everybody would make fun of him, rebuke him. So he then goes on to compose a song which is very um, gives us very good learnings, that the key of that song, the messages are that anything that we experience, whether it is happiness or distress, which are the dualities of this world, is not caused by people around us, whether it's family, friends, or anybody, enemies. The disturbance is not caused by them. Actually, it is caused by our own mind. And this mind is so strong. It says bhishmo hi deva sahasa sahiyam. So the brain mind is very powerful, stronger than the strongest, and it has uh, godlike qualities. So it is so strong. And in Bhagavad Gita also we see Arjun, how he describes the same thing to Arjuna, that the mind is so powerful. So chanchalam hi manah Krishna pramati balvad dridam. So it's very strong. It's very obstinate. So to overcome that is very difficult. And when it is not controlled, it really just torments the heart and makes us think that this person is my friend, he's my enemy, he's my well-wisher, he's not. And because of that, we then just start making plans and create more miseries for ourselves. So if we control our mind, then we can so mind controls the senses. So if we control the mind, then our senses are also in control. Hmm. So the key from there on, the Brahmana, what he learns, that he has to cross over all these difficulties, the miseries of life, this ocean of miseries. And how he can do that? By being fixed in the service of the lotus feet of Krishna. So that's the conclusion he draws. So that's the key. Once we engage in service to the Lord, then the mind can be in control. And once the mind is in control, then he's our best friend. So that's one aspect. Now, what are the other ways of looking at where we are not getting this taste, and how we can reduce actually the difficulties that we face in chanting? So we see that Srila Prabhupada has given us four regulative principles. So we need to see that are we really following them? So what are the four regulative principles? Um, so if we see, it is again a pastime in Srimad Bhagavatam where Parikshit Maharaj is dealing with the Kali. So he tells Kali a place where it should go, the only place where it should reside. So it's about to kill him, but the Kali, prays to Parikshit Maharaj and asks for a place to reside. So he tells that you just go to a place where there is Dyutam, hmm, Striya Panam, and Shuna. So that means where there is gambling, where there is illicit relation, intoxication, and meat eating. So that's the place that Kali resides. Hmm? And Kali, we know that how it is not just residing. I mean, it's residing at those places and trying to influence its power. Beyond those, just bring everybody under its influence. So Prabhupada gave us these four rules so that we can keep Kali away. So in line with Srimad Bhagavatam. Now, we might think that yes, we are following these four regulatory principles. No illicit relation, we are not taking any intoxications, we are not meat eating, we are not gambling. So yeah, we are good there. But are we really? No, we need to think uh, on that angle also. So intoxication, one of the aspect, right? What is the reason behind this? That is the four aspects. Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj, His Holiness Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj, very nicely explains these points, that the actual underlying principle behind these four regulations are what? Austerity, cleanliness, mercy, and truthfulness. These are the foundational pillars of dharma. So how are these the foundations? So like austerity applies for what? Illicit relation. And how? That one has to control one's senses. So controlling senses means one is taking austere path. So we need to see them. Are we really in control of our senses? So it's not just illicit relation. Are we in control of our senses? That determines how much progress we have made. And cleanliness. So that is for intoxication. So intoxication, just disturbs us both internally and externally. So we are not clean. And intoxication also comes by pride. So we can do a check on ourselves. Are we proud of what we do? So it's not necessarily that we just take alcohol and we are, violating, or we don't take and we are complying. Are we keeping ourselves clean? And then meat eating. So that's, being merciful. So merciful again, yes, meat eating means killing, violence to other living beings. But violence is not just killing. No, it also involves in interaction with others. Speech also carries the aspect of violence. So if we hurt others, with our speech, then also we are causing violence. So we can try to judge ourselves, are we really being merciful towards everyone? And then gambling. So gambling is truthfulness. So gambling is basically considered as dishonesty, cheating propensity. So and it involves taking risks. So yeah, we might not be directly engaging in gambling, but what about risks? Are we not taking risks? Especially like in driving. Um, Bangalore, some of you are from Bangalore. How bad the road conditions are. We see someone driving bad, or somebody overtaking us. We want to you know uh, give it back. How could you do that? And then we engage in risk driving. And is that good? I mean, so that's taking risk again. And we're taking risk with our lives. So that's so such a big thing. Taking risk with our life is a human life is a rare opportunity. So it's such a big risk that we are taking. So we should ask these questions. We should think that, yeah, am I really adhering to the principles, the key foundations behind these four regulatory principles? And that's what again helps us you know um, uh, move towards purification, move towards controlling our mind, keeping it peaceful. So Maharaj gives this wonderful, kind of a acronym and a statement with which how we can remember this and keep ourselves, on check. So he says this, these four principles, right? Austerity, cleanliness, mercy, and truthfulness is like ACMT. So ACMT says like the AC is the initials of AC Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Abhay Charan, and then MT. So if you just say empty, that means we are empty. We are completely empty. So without AC Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, we are completely empty. So if we just think, remember Srila Prabhupada and remember this statement like this, then we can keep ourselves in control and trying to control the mind actually. And then mind also, like we talked, it's so strong. So mind is very clever and will try to trick us. So mind is always accompanied by the six vices. And what are these? Kama, Krodha, Lobh, Moh, Mad, Matsarya. Hmm? So now mind is like these six vices. They're like partners with mind. It's like a team, and they're like raw agents, spies. So they will sneak into our camp, and we will not know that they are there, and they will just slowly they'll start attacking us. So if mind is not under our control, so these out of these vices again, um, lust, anger, greed, or something. I mean, all of these are very difficult to give up, but we can still work upon them. We know that these are there, and okay, I will try to, control them. But um, Mohammed Matsarya, these are very difficult to give up. So more, the illusion which comes from attachment. So when we are attached to our body and everything in association with the body, it's a very difficult thing to give up. Theoretically, we know that we are not the body or the soul, but are we really situated at that level? Hmm? And then pride, mad. So when we give up each of these vices, and we take up to austerity and all, so what happens? Yeah, we're letting go of these other things, but pride actually keeps increasing. We could become proud that, see, I am so strong. I gave up this vice. I gave up this vice. I'm chanting so nicely. I'm doing so good services. Ekadashi fasting, I'm able to do. Nirjala Ekadashi, I'm able to do. No, I'm doing so good services. I'm taking good class. No, I'm doing nice kirtan. See how so many followers I have. No, all these things boost our pride so much that even though when we are trying to give up bad habits, this aspect just keeps on increasing. So we need to be very careful. And you see this example from Vasudev, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Lord Chaitanya's pastimes, that how he was having, such a bad skin disease. And then, he got the embrace by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And but being such a great devotee, he was like, and after that embrace, he became so beautiful. And he was like, uh, this beauty that I have got now by your embrace, Lord, my Lord, it will bring up a feeling of pride in me. So how should I handle that? So that question was asked. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Kabhu tomara na habe abhimana. Nirantra kaha tumi Krishna Krishna nama. So it's like if you just chant the holy name of Krishna, then you will be protected and you will not be unnecessarily proud. So Prabhupada tells us, unnecessarily being proud is not good. Little bit of pride is good. Yes, we are serving the Supreme Lord. So, that is a proud thing. But unnecessarily pride is not good. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that chanting the holy name, that is the solution. And enviousness, that is just like cancer. Now, how is it like cancer? That it goes undetected, like you were saying, no, that these are the spies, agents. We don't know their presence, and if we know, we can take action, we can control them, but we don't even know that it's there. And when we get to know, it is too late. So that's how like cancer is. And this enviousness, it's not like, it's only with some people, not with others. It is like in Bhagavatam it said, it's like a mosquito that bites everybody without discrimination. It's not like I'll go and bite only this person. you know. So all of us are affected with all of these vices. And the sooner we control them, the better. So like cancer, how the various stages of enviousness are, that when the beginning stage is we don't like somebody. So that's the very beginning stage. And then the next stage is we don't like to hear about the other person. We don't like to hear the glories of the other person. um, if somebody glorifies, we wouldn't want to hear. We would want to glorify ourselves. And then the next stage comes when something bad happens to that person, then we feel good. So it's not that we have done something bad, but if something happens, we don't feel empathy, we don't feel sad. Devotees are para dukha dukhi, so we'll not feel like that. We'll feel good. Okay, so that person deserved something like this to happen. And then when that increases, what happens? We start wishing for something bad to happen. That okay, may something go wrong. And the last stage, that is we make plans for something bad to happen to that person. So that is very dangerous. So just by knowing these various stages, we can try to understand that how much effect this wise enviousness has upon us, and then we can try to control it. So these are all basically the obstacles that are there in hindering us to chant regularly, develop some taste, which will inspire us to keep on chanting, not just keep the mala after 16 rounds that it's done. It's not just an activity, it's a savor to the Lord. So the key thing is to have faith in the holy name, that yes, this is the solution to all my problems. Now medicines, we see that in the material world, they give solution to specific problems. This problem, take this medicine. This problem, take this medicine. But holy name, chanting the holy name of Lord Krishna is the solution to all the problems. So we should have that faith. And who else but Srila Prabhupada, to give us that realization, that knowledge. How strong faith he had in the holy name. That what miracles it can do. So we see that from the poem that he had written just when he was, about to enter US. Um, so on board that ship Jalduta, when he is entering US, so he writes that poem so wonderful, and he says how I can help these people. I don't have any qualification on my own. So Lord, you have sent me here. You please, empower me. Mm. And it's like the worst place, or the place which is the having the highest materialistic enjoyment in the world. There Prabhupada went to establish bhakti. So it will be nothing short of a miracle. It's such a Herculean task. So Prabhupada is remembering the Lord at that time in prayerful mood. He says, and at the end of that prayer, what does he say? He says, Bhakti nai bedha, nai nama khub daro, Bhakti Vedanta naam ebe sarthak karo. So Bhakti nai, he's saying, I don't have any devotion. Veda nai, I don't have any knowledge also. Naam khub daro. But I have strong faith in the holy name of Krishna. No, so it's Srila Prabhupada's humility that he's saying, I don't have devotion, I don't have knowledge. We know that, how much bhakti he has, how much knowledge he has. But through this prayer poem, what is he showing us? By example, that we need to have faith in the holy name, even if we don't have bhakti or any knowledge. Hmm? That itself is sufficient. And and he was like, Bhakti Vedanta naam ebe sarthakaro. So I have this name of Bhakti Vedanta. So you please fulfill the real meaning of this name. So, depending upon the Lord, having faith on him. And then wonders happen, miracles happen. And we saw how Srila Prabhupada in such a short time, established ISKCON and temples all over the world and made wonderful devotees. And till today, how we are chanting in association with such great devotees like Sri Gaur Prabhuji. So we need to have faith in the holy name, Krishna, his name, and it is non-different. The holy name and Krishna is non-different. So we see Chaitanya Samtavya, Nama Chintamani, Krishna's Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. So the name is like a touchstone. It can make us blissful. And Bhinnatva Nama Namino, it is not different from Krishna himself. So all we need to do is just endeavor, do our best, and pray to the Lord, pray to Guru that we can please them. So like how Mother Yashoda was trying to bind Krishna. So she couldn't do it on her own. But when Krishna was pleased by her endeavor, he gave his mercy and allowed himself to be bound. How children also, when they're young and they're just beginning to walk, they can't stand up, but they keep trying. It's not that they just give up. They keep trying, and when they try to stand up about to fall, then what do the parents do? They will go and hold their hand, help them stand up and help them walk. So that's the thing. We need to just keep on endeavoring, and then with the mercy of Guru and Gauranga, we can move forwards. Yasya prasada Bhagavad Prasada. Guru's mercy only we can move forward. And once their mercy flows, then we can start experiencing the bliss. And Krishna says in Adi Puran, he tells to Arjun that you know, O Arjun, I tell you the truth. He purchases me who makes my name dance on his tongue. So he purchases me who calls out my name, and there is no other price to purchase me. So we can, the Lord himself is telling that we can actually control not just the mind, but we can control the Lord also, the controller of everything. We can control him. He becomes controlled by what? Just by chanting, by calling out to him, but with sincerity, with dedication, with love. So that is, it's not that if we just do that and now we start expecting Lord to come and start dancing on my tongue, that is the stage of Shuddha Naam. But it is possible, if we just stay in association of devotees, keep chanting, do our best, then one day we can hope to have the bliss and the association of Lord Krishna himself by Guru's mercy. So I'll stop here. I'm sorry I ran a little over. Any questions, quick questions, or anybody would like to share their realizations of their struggle in chanting?
Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for such a wonderful talk. Actually, I learned a few new things actually. That Srila Prabhupada's ACMT thing. You try to map this His Holiness Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj, that austerity, cleanliness, and mercy and truthfulness. You connected with the four regulative principles. That is very nice. It is something new I'm hearing first time. And also, you mentioned that. Yeah. So also you mentioned that why we are not getting the taste. So enviousness is one of the things, right? So we have to be very careful. And we also told if it is like undetected kind of like cancer, if we know okay something is there, we can work upon it and we can clean it or whatever we do. But if it is like undetected, it is very difficult to cure it. So this is as if we find it early, we can do something to clean it. So that's a good dimension, Prabhuji. So definitely, yeah, we will focus on those things, and yeah, that will certainly help. And also, one more point I liked is you mentioned that happiness is not depending on external factors actually. So it is our mind, that is playing games. That's also one important thing I liked actually. Yeah. It's a very powerful, wonderful Prabhuji. Yeah, it's such a nectar hearing this entire 40 minutes.
Oh, glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Now the floor is open for questions. If anyone has questions, they can unmute themselves and ask, or they can put their question in the chat window if they can't speak. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, it's like a question saying that yes, we should do chanting and we should get absorbed in chanting, but like our mind, it's a devil which keeps on taking us somewhere. Whenever you want to chant, it doesn't want to chant. And sometimes it happens that okay, all the 16 rounds are over, but finally you find no satisfaction and seeing that okay, चैंटिंग तो हो गया बट भगवान का मतलब रियलाइजेशन जो होना चाहिए था वो नहीं हुआ. Then you feel bad, and then again you keep on cursing or maybe beating the mind. Okay, 2 hours I have done, but nothing result I got it. So that sort of thing is still happening in life. So you said that yes, the mind is the greatest evil and mind is the greatest friend. But how to make it friend and see that we try to bring it back, like we had Burijan Prabhu's Japa talk also, and so many things we are attending, so many preachers, so many well-wishers are there who are guiding us all the time, every time. But this mind does not allow us to get progress, and then because the chanting is not happening properly. So how do we go about it?
Yes, Prabhuji, wonderful. I mean, that's the state of all of us, right? It's not like some of us are in that state and others are doing very nice chanting. We all are struggling like this, like I said. And one of the key is like, this 2 hours of chanting, as you said, once it's done, we are, cursing and still not feeling that. So the quality of this 2 hours of chanting depends on not just these 2 hours, but the remaining 22 hours in the day. What are we doing at that time? So that will also feed into these 2 hours. So one is, yeah, I mean, getting up early in the morning, that's the best time. Our environment should be favorable, to give less distractions to the mind. And then our activities. So, following Prabhupada has given us all of this, so nicely, the ABCDs, so associate the remaining 22 hours, we should associate with devotees. And chanting also in association, so like what we all are doing here in this group, associating with devotees and chanting together, so that helps. And the rest of the day associate with devotees, read the books, distribute books, chanting, obviously, do DT worship, eat prasadam, ABCDs. If we follow those, then we can get some better control in the mind. And yes, like you mentioned, Bhujan Prabhuji, he so nicely explains mind is very fast. It keeps making us plan, and so quickly it just pulls us away. And it's very hard to control. So we need to slow it down. he says that we need to hear one mantra at a time. So if we slow it down and then just think that we don't have anything else to do, um, at that time, just keep all the distraction away, mobile phone, everything, and just focus. Then it'll calm down, and once it's calm, then we can slowly move forward. And faith is the key thing. If we don't have faith, then we'll it is not a short term goal. Our also this inclination is there that anything I do, I want quick results. So I did the 2 hours of chanting. Why am I not experiencing anything? No, everything takes time, and it's our own conditioning. But we see from examples of our shastras that it's not that it will take forever. It can happen instantly also, provided we chant in that mood, and we are purified. So Ajamila, great example, right? Just chanting the name of his son, not even calling out the Lord, but he gets that mercy. So the various examples we see that Lord, the holy name is so powerful, it can grant us instant liberation. But we need to be at that stage, right? So faith has to be there, and constant endeavor. Does that
Thank
help,
you.
Prabhuji?
Yeah. Bro, we have to.
Struggle is there. If you are
We are getting.
struggling, that's a good sign. That means we are on the right path.
Okay. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Hare
Sorry,
Krishna.
Prabhuji, you are saying something?
No, Prabhu, I was saying that yes, we are trying all these things, but why the progress doesn't lead to happening? Still, so many other thoughts are there. So many mind is not stable. That's what you said. Another 22 hours. At 22 hours, last 22 hours, we are not Krishna conscious. That's why the chanting is not happening properly. So that way, maybe yes. Somebody or yelling at somebody, that sort of thing is happening in the another 22 hours. That's the reason I think the 2 hours, the result is not coming out. So maybe you have to improve on that 22 hours to get result of that 2 hours.
Yeah. I heard one
So,
very good example that mobile phones, like how when the phone is new, we just charge it for some time, and it remains, it gives us longer performance. As it keeps growing old, we need to charge it more often, and the time comes. I experienced that myself. One of my phone, I had to keep it charged, plugged in all the time. Now, if you're talking to somebody, if the wire is not plugged in, the phone will just die down all of a sudden. Laptops we see like that, so battery just goes away the moment it's unplugged. So that's what it is. I mean, in the beginning, we have that enthusiasm. Krishna gives us the taste of the holy name when we just come in, to show us that yes, this is powerful. Yes, this is the right path. Be on it. But as we keep progressing, repetition, our mind starts taking over, and it's like, this is boring, same thing again. I want something now. So then it becomes difficult. So that we need to keep ourselves charged all the time, and that charge is association of devotees, the 22 hours, like I said. Thank you, Prabhuji.
thank you. Thank you.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी।
Hare Krishna.
एक्चुअली मैं दिन की 16 माला करता हूँ, लेकिन क्वांटिटी होती, क्वालिटी नहीं आती उसमें। ऐसा होता है मुझे मेरी साइड से। मतलब मैं करता हूँ, लेकिन मेरे मन में बुरे ख्याल आते हैं जब मैं चैंटिंग करता हूँ कभी कभी। तो बुरे ख्याल ऐसे होते हैं जो कृष्णा के भी अगेंस्ट होते हैं। ऐसा भी होता है, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए। तो उसके लिए मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ?
वेरी नाइस, बहुत बढ़िया। तो हम लोग देखते हैं ना, नवविद्या भक्ति, जब हम लोग भक्ति में से बढ़ते हैं आगे, तो क्या होता है? भजन क्रिया, उसके बाद में अनर्थ निवृत्ति। तो हमारे जो गंदे गंदे विचार हैं, वो सब अगर आपको आ रहे हैं, तो इसका मतलब आपका शुद्धिकरण हो रहा है धीरे धीरे ना। अंदर हरि नाम जा रहा है और गंदगी बाहर निकल रही है। तो अगर बुरे विचार आ रहे हैं, तो इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि हम कुछ गलत कर रहे हैं, अच्छी बात है, बट हमें डटे रहना चाहिए। ये एक चीज है। और क्वालिटी क्वांटिटी, तो वो जैसे हम लोगों ने वो एग्जाम्पल डिस्कस किया था ना, बच्चा जब खड़े होने की कोशिश करता है, तो खुद से नहीं हो पाता है, बट प्रयास कर रहा है ना? तो प्रयास जरूरी है। जब वो प्रयास करेगा, तो माता पिता देखेंगे कि अरे बेचारा कितनी कोशिश कर रहा है, सफल नहीं हो रहा है बच्चा, तो चलो मैं उसकी मदद करता हूँ। तब वो हाथ बढ़ाते हैं और उसकी मदद करते हैं, फिर वो चलना सीखता है। तो प्रयास हमारे हाथ में है, तो वो हमें करना है। तो अभी क्वालिटी क्वांटिटी क्या है? अगर हम क्वालिटी देखेंगे चैंटिंग की, तो वो हमारे हाथ में है ही नहीं। हम कितनी भी कोशिश कर लें, शुद्ध नाम हमारे काबिलियत में है ही नहीं। ये सिर्फ कृपा से ही मिलती है। तो गुरु कृपा से आता है ये। तो कृपा कब आएगी? जब हम प्रयास करेंगे। तो हमें क्वालिटी पे ना फोकस करके क्वांटिटी पे फोकस करनी। क्वांटिटी क्यों? क्योंकि क्वांटिटी से प्रयास का भगवान को, गुरु को ज्ञान होगा कि हाँ, ये मेरा भक्त जो है, इसको अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है, बट फिर भी प्रयास कर रहा है। कितना प्रयास कर रहा है देखो। तो जब वो प्रयास से भगवान खुश होंगे, गुरु खुश होंगे, तब हमें उनकी कृपा मिलेगी। और फिर धीरे धीरे हमें वो हमारी प्रगति होगी। सो क्वांटिटी इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट देन क्वालिटी। और फिर ये एक सेवा है। अगर हम इसमें देखें कि हमें क्वालिटी नहीं मिल रही, मतलब क्या हम अपने आप को खुश करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। जैसे अभी हम थोड़ा पहले भी देख रहे थे ना कि कुछ हो नहीं रहा है, तो हम अगर अपना एंजॉयमेंट देखेंगे, तो फिर वो ये कि हम अपना प्रयास कर रहे हैं। नहीं, हमें ये देखना है कि हम सेवा कर रहे हैं, हरिनाम प्रभु की सेवा कर रहे हैं, कृष्णा की सेवा कर रहे हैं। तो उनकी सेवा कर रहे हैं, तो फिर वो जब प्रसन्न होंगे तो हमें प्रसन्नता आएगी। तो ये जो जपा है, ये एक साध्य भी है और साधना भी है। द प्रोसेस इटसेल्फ इज प्योरिफिकेटरी। अभी नहीं है, बट इसी को ही करना है, और इसी से ही हमारा शुद्धिकरण होगा। ठीक है प्रभु जी, डज दैट हेल्प?
थैंक यू प्रभु जी।
So any other questions, devotees? Okay, so I see one comment in the chat, Prabhuji. So Sudha Kumar Mataji written, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you very much for the wonderful session and for ACMT acronym. It is very useful to remember the mapping of the 4 pillars of Dharma to the 4 regulative principles. And Ramesh Kumar Gupta Prabhuji also mentioned, Prabhuji Dandavat Pranam, very nice and awakening to me. Hare Krishna. So it means everyone enjoyed Prabhuji your talk. Definitely will take something out
Just
of
sharing what I heard, Prabhuji. I also need mercy. Praying to all of you. You all are such wonderful devotees who are chanting with sincerity and dedication. So please pray for me, and let's pray for each other that we can continue with our struggle in our endeavor to please Guru and Krishna.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. His Grace Vikram Chaitanya prabhuji ki.
Oh no,
Jai.
no. All glories to Prabhupada. All glories to the wonderful devotees assembled here.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम।
Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम।
Dandavat Pranam.